Testing. JT, I see you. Can you hear me? Try to make sure I'm getting some audio in here. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not gonna stay on long this time, but I want to be able to talk to the people that missed out yesterday. I'm gonna give people a few minutes to get in here, but whenever you got some questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll switch from top chat to see everyone. All right, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you don't mind, tell me what you mean on that, JT. I'm assuming you mean like the pop-out chat or something like that. This is only my second time going live. Which the top? All right. Make sure this is what you're talking about. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. But now I can't see. I guess I don't need to see. Is that what you meant? Yeah, assuming not. All right, now how do I get back? All right, I see two people in here. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Are you good though? Just roll with it. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to tell me because I'm not sure what that is. I see two people. All right. Give it a few more minutes because I think I started a little early. Well, not really. Tune in from okay, North Carolina, definitely in the building. And I'm here in North Mississippi, close to the Memphis area. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead. I see somebody else came in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Oh, Tariq. Oh yeah, what's going on, man? How you doing? Tuning in from Georgia. Tariq, my #1 supporter. I have to say, man, I see you every time, man. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Doing well. Okay, I got the one question. Can you hire someone unlicensed to work in pest control in your pest control business? Yeah, so I hold what they call a state license, and if I hire someone in Tennessee, they can actually work with me, but I had to they had to be in my line of sight because until they get certified. So once they get certified, they can go out and work on their own. But in the state of Mississippi, long as I have a license, they can actually go out and do work for me, but I don't have to be there. But they don't have to be certified or anything like that. We had cases where in Tennessee, the company I worked for, we had a couple people that couldn't pass the test. I ain't gonna say they couldn't. They didn't pass the test, and it may have been a good thing they didn't pass the test because a lot of people prefer to work in. Some people prefer to work in Mississippi versus working in Tennessee. But you don't have to pass that test. But I tell everybody, man, go ahead and pass that certification, and then go ahead and get your license after 2 years. And that was one of the things I did. Most people, they just, I don't know, they just were totally against getting that license. I don't know why, but they just totally against getting it. And those, of course, that's going to be different per state. I don't know what Arkansas is, but like we're basically in the tri-state area. So like I go just I'm gonna say 5 miles one direction. I'm in Tennessee, and then I go on down like the downtown area of Memphis. Once I'm downtown, you talking 2 minutes. I took JT them across the bridge, so they understand what I meant. So you got Memphis, then you got West Memphis, like right across the bridge. You can see it. So, what's the startup cost for starting your business? Pest control, you get away with $3,500 to $5,000, and you don't necessarily have to have that amount. I mean, you can even get by with a little bit less than that. You already have a car or a truck that you can use, and I'm not including that in that price. And you got to have your signs. I would suggest uniforms because you want to look professional when you go out. You definitely want to look professional. You don't have to go over the top, but you do need to look professional when you go out. Chemicals, a little bit of equipment. You know, most of the time, like the backpack sprayer, you're gonna already have that anyway. A lot of people got it. A lot of guys have it. You have like a pump up sprayer. I used a pump up sprayer for about 2-3 months, and I upgraded to a motorized just because the time I'm spending pumping that thing up, I could done with the motorized. I can do 2-3 houses, 2 to 3 houses to one. You know, so. Yeah, so it's not, and then the appliance business, man, I didn't spend much at all to get it started. I tell people all the time that to me, that's the way to go. The appliance business, I mean, you don't even have to have the shirts, just a few tools, and mostly everybody already have the tools. You'll be surprised. Like you basically gonna have all of the tools. In most cases, you're not gonna have all the specialty tools, but you have all the other tools that you need. Let's see, how hard are the tests to do? What you do in pest control? So, the first test I took was the certification. That's when you first get started. Certification tests, it would have been a whole lot easier if they had given me the book ahead of time. They gave me the book and told me we were taking the test the next day, you know. And I didn't even really have adequate time to study it, but I still passed it somehow, some way. I still passed it with nothing but the grace of God, me passing that test. That's all I can say. But the license test, not hard, but it was kind of stressful because you didn't know what to expect. The book wasn't super big, but it had a little size to it. So the thing about it at the time, so they got testing sites. Now I had to drive to Nashville, which wasn't a big deal. So you got the stress on you. You drive to Nashville. We only about maybe 3 hours away from Nashville, 2.5, 3 hours away. Drove to Nashville. Took the test. I was real concerned about the identification because you have a part where you got 20 questions. Well, at the time, I don't know what it is now. It's 20 questions where you got to identify all of the different species of insects that's on the test. But like the book has a whole bunch of different species and stuff that you have never seen. But once we got ready to take the test, right before I got ready to take it, so you take one part early in the morning, you take the other part late in the not late in the evening, afternoon, let's just say it like that. I took the first part, the written part, which I thought was going to be hard, which it is. So I'll tell you the thing about the state test. State test, from what I've seen, all the ones that I've taken, it is all about word comprehension, how well you comprehend what they say. Now, me, I'm just going to be honest. I'll read it and see what I want to see and answer it. And they have an answer based on what I thought I saw. So I always go back and read it a second time. Now, when I took that test, I didn't. I started feeling cocky. I'm like, man, I know the ones I missed. I'm calculating in my mind. Like, I probably made like an 86. And when I got done with the test, it was so funny. The 3 guys in front of me, it was a lot of people taking tests that day. I'm going to say about 75 or something like that. The 3 guys in front of me, all 3 of them failed it. So I told the lady, the lady said I passed. I'm like, yes. She said, you want to know what you made? I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to know what I made. The lady said, you made a 70. I said, a 70? I was I was kind of pissed off I made a 70. And the lady was like, son, did you see the guys in the front of you, 3 in the front of you? She said, they failed. I said, well, I knew the 2 right before that. She said, well, the other one failed also. She said, it doesn't matter if you make a 70 or 150 or 130. She said, it's all the same. You can start your business. I'm like, okay. But it's the way they comprehend it. I got kind of cocky. read it and saw what I wanted to see instead of me slowing down. I started back reading. I guess I went from, I think it was like 80 questions or something like that. I think I read like 1 through 20, and I knew I had those right. And I was like, whatever. I stopped reading in. I quit checking it, turned the test in, and they graded or whatever. But that's the biggest part about the state test is it's just you comprehend what you're reading. Just make sure you read it for what it actually is. That's the hardest part about it. But they're not real hard. But then, like I said, we got to the identification part. A couple people that were there had already taken the test. They were there to take their termite test. And one of the guys real cool. He was like, man, this on there, that's on there. I'm like, dang, that's all the common stuff. So when I took that test, I made a 95. I still don't even know which one I missed because we had actual specimens in like a little, whatever those little things, a little vial. And like, I think I got the silverfish and something else mixed up because they were so old, you couldn't really tell what it was. But I still don't know to this day, but I made a 95 on that part. All right. If you fail the license test, what happens next? If you fail, you're going to pay another $150, $200, something like that. And you have to submit your paperwork again. And at the time, now this is at the time, you submit your paperwork again. Then you have to wait another 3 months before you actually take the test. And that was the kind of the bad part about it. So the one guy that went with me that failed he had to resubmit his paperwork. And then he had to get them to sign off on it again. So that was probably... he didn't want to go back, but I kept telling him, man, go back and take it. Because I actually, I ain't gonna say that, okay, but once I say it like this, I remembered everything on the test at the time. I just say it like that. If you fail the test, what happens next? Yeah, okay, so that's what I just read though. Can you retake it an unlimited amount of time? You know what? I honestly don't know, man. I don't know. I've heard different things, but my goal was to go in there and get my license and be done with it. That was my goal. I prayed about it and I accomplished my goal. My mind was made up. Like I say, I think I was telling y'all last night, like TV was done, social media was done. I was focused. Now that book, crazy part about it, I read that book one time and I went back and highlighted some stuff. And it's crazy because most of the stuff I highlighted was on the test. So I don't know how many times you can retake it. I would suggest trying to pass it the second time. I'm assuming they might have some limits on it. Then again, they may not. Maybe they just want the money. I don't know. It's hard to say. Now, on the wildlife test that I took, you had 2 times. You pay for it, you get 2 times. And I think if you fail it, you can go back and pay again and take it another 2 times. Something like that. Now, on the company I worked at, the certification, when you're getting just a certification, they gave you 3 times to take it. And they basically, I would have had 3 times. The first time I took it, I failed it. If I had failed it, I would have had 2 more times because they only going to pay for it 3 times. But they gave me the book like a day before, but I still passed. So far, I passed all of them. So they're not hard. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm just focused on what I'm doing. I just say it like that. So anybody can pass them. It's a different license for everything. So yeah. So I'm just gonna come off the top of my head with the ones I know. So of course you got the pest control, you got the wildlife, you got bird control, you got let me think. It's a lot of stuff. You got the lawn, the people that spray the lawns, you got I think I said termite. I mean, it's a lot. It's a whole lot of different tests you take. I think they even got one that for the people that actually spray the lawns and it's like the medians in the road on the highway. I think that's a whole nother category. It's a whole bunch of different categories. So yeah. What you want to do though, in a case like that, you want to find a person that so say if you're going into business, if several of you guys have different licenses, if you hold those licenses in that office, you can pretty much do everything. Now the question is, are you going to have time to do everything? How hard is it to get into the appliance business? So simple. That's as far as like it's not hard at all. It's just a matter of getting the right training and just going into it, doing what you need to do. I tell everybody that business is real lucrative and it's easy to get into. It's not hard at all. I wish Will or somebody else was on here. They can tell you it's not hard. It's just just knowing what to do. What's the easiest, hardest appliance to fix? Man, I don't know. I'm gonna say for me, refrigerators, because I only worked on one. I had one of my homeboys had he had the code on there, so I told him what he needed. I just went ahead and got the fan and I put it on. So it's easy to work on. I think it's easy for most people. Now, the biggest thing is like I talk myself out of a lot of stuff like that. I can work on anything, but I'm gonna be honest, I like my pest control. So and I know I'm always telling everybody to start the appliance, but and the reason why I say do the appliance over straight pest control. Now wildlife is a whole different story. I would definitely tell you do the wildlife, but over the pest control because you had to work at a company for 2 years to get into it. So if somebody already in pest control, yeah, I'll definitely say go ahead and do it. But I'm not gonna say refrigerator because I don't know because I hadn't worked on one enough. I fixed couple washing machines, dryer, several dryers, a whole bunch of dryers. That's the easiest dryer. I'm gonna say the dryers are the easiest. I fixed microwaves, I fixed ovens. Let me see what else you have. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to think. I'm sure I worked on something else. Dishwashers. Yeah, I fixed dishwashers also. And dishwashers are real easy, but the dryers have to be the easiest, I'll say. Yeah, appliance repair. I would definitely suggest that to anybody that's trying to start a business because it's easy to get into. All those requirements are not needed. It's not a lot of money to get into it. The insurance is not high. You'd be real surprised. I'll just say it like that. And it's one of those things most people don't know about. In most cases, it's always and the good thing about getting into it now is like a lot of the older people kind of getting out of it. And I mean, I've talked to people that were trying to pass it on to their kids or sons, and they don't want anything to do with it for whatever reason, but it's a good business to get into. What about HVAC? Okay. Well, there's Will. He can tell you something about that. They want to know how easy it is to get into the appliance business, Will. If you don't mind, type it in the chat. If you don't mind, appreciate that, man. What about HVAC? Honestly, I don't know about HVAC. I got one of my real good friends. You guys may have seen him at the end of the video. So we got two Gerards. We got one Gerard. He's from South Carolina, right? I think he's from South Carolina. Or is it North? No, he's from North, I think. I don't know, but he's close to JT. Let's just say it like that. He's in one of those places. And then you got another Gerard, one of the ones that I went to class with in Atlanta. But Gerard came, let me tell you how good the appliance business is. He came from a company where he was working on the big units on top of the buildings. He even worked on something they had to like hang off the side of the buildings. So that's what he was working on at first. He left that, and well, before he left his job, he started working on appliances. But the money from the appliances, don't get me wrong, he can still make good money with HVAC, but he got the mindset of now I'd rather just set you up with a unit and he'll give it to like some of his friends to do installs. He doesn't even want to do HVAC now. He'd rather do appliance repair all day. And he also prefers to work on refrigerators because that's where he came from, that particular background. Let's see what we got here. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna mute y'all for just a second. Let me take this call right quick. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's see, where are we? Do you do free estimates for pest control and appliance repair? Pest control, yes and no. So my first year, everything was free, but now coming into the second year, the summertime, it just depends on what they have going on. Because man, I'm down south, man. You guys know how hot it get in the attic, so I start charging a small fee. But I do apply that towards their service if they get the service. Have I done it? I hadn't done any yet that they didn't get the service. So, but I just applied it towards service, so not a big deal. But appliance repair, now you definitely charge a estimate on appliance repair. So I mean, it's what they call a. I mean, it's on top of my head. I just lost it just like that. It's called a. We'll type it down there. It's not an estimate, but it's a when you come out and figure out what's diagnosis. That's what it is. I'm sorry, diagnosis. I went blank for a minute, guys. Let's see here. Do you need operating capital for either of your business in the beginning? For the appliance repair, do you need any money other than your insurance? I don't think so. No, you really don't need any money with that. And then you have, let's see here, um, the pest control. You'll need a little bit. 1 second, guys. One more time. Okay, where am I? So operating capital for pest control. Yeah, you're gonna need some. You're not gonna need a lot, but you will need some. But now, if you're looking at getting chemicals, not so much because you can use your credit accounts, business credit account, whatever you want to do in that case. So you don't need a ton of money. That's the thing. Like you don't have to have $1,000, 2, 3,000. You don't have to have any money like that. Not at all. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read what Will said. So he said we have a course coming up for appliance repair, but to be specific, there are no current restrictions to enter the appliance repair field. Okay, there you go. How does third-party companies pay for appliance repair? So they end up we go out and we do the work or whatever the case might be. Typically, you get a deductible from the customer just based on how everything's set up. If you don't get it right then, you'll get it later. Like I give you an example, I worked on a washer and dryer at a house. I got what was it, $85 deductible at the one. I mean, for the one appliance. The second appliance, I had to get that from the company. No big deal. They send it on a check. But the one company I work with, 210, I do the most work with them. I get those checks matter of fact, I got two in there right now. I get those like real fast, less than a week in most cases. Let's see. Let me see. Where am I missing? How do you like commercial versus residential jobs? Residential for me, residential. Commercial is cool, but man, I guess it depends on what you're charging to. But man, believe it or not, you don't make that much money on commercial as you do on residential. Now, the good thing about commercial, what a lot of people like, is they normally do a monthly service with you versus your residential. I have some monthlies, but I mainly do quarterly. But I rather do residential any day because I got some places that I have done, and you make more money on the same amount of money that you make on a big building as you make on one 1,200, 1,300 square foot home. So for me, I don't really do it. Now, it would make a whole lot of sense if I had employees and I could send them out to do it. I don't want to put that kind of time into doing something that large and make the same amount of money I can make at a house. I don't, but a lot of people do like doing it. Matter of fact, my one homeboy, I'm gonna have him on the podcast at some point, and probably gonna interview him at one point also. He started out doing it just to get him through the first year, but man, he does some, but that's not what we focus on. I rather do residential myself. Now, I guess some companies do real well with it, but that's not anything I want to do. To start, you need training, register as a business insurance, and tools. Yep, okay. That's you talking about the appliance repair. Do you miss the insurance, vacation days, and benefits of 9 to 5? I would say the insurance, but man, vacation days. After the first year for me, well, y'all see me on vacation, but no, I don't miss any of that. The benefits though, definitely, but man, the insurance. I'm gonna say that's pretty much it. Vacation days. If you want to start a business, you shouldn't even be thinking about vacation days. I'm gonna say for the first 2 years, but for me, it was a little bit over a year, and I probably wouldn't even been going there. That's something that JT put together, something he paid for. All we had to do was get there. So, I wasn't looking at going anywhere because I was just gonna go hard for the rest of the year or whatever, and I just really couldn't afford to just go like that because you don't know how everything's gonna go. But yeah, I can't say that I miss any of that besides the insurance. I would say the insurance, but you can pay for your own insurance, of course. Let's see, service fee is the term you're looking for. So yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. I couldn't think of. I said diagnosis fee, but service fee is what you're talking about. So you do charge based on you going out and figure out what's going on with the appliance. We got Wild Will in here. That's my boy out in California. Matter of fact, he went to the class with me. He's out of California. I already know you talking about. Hey, you get those mags? No, I didn't get them, man. I never did even get to the what you call it. I got a what you call it post office box, PO box, but I never used it. I just got it to put the business address on. That's it. But no, I didn't get there, man. Sorry about that. Do you get paid if you don't fix the appliance? But try. Yeah. Yep, you definitely get paid if you don't fix it, because you do get paid for your time or looking at it or whatever. But I'm trying to think. I want to say you get in there and something just has you baffled. You can actually tell them, hey, they need to send somebody else in, and they will. They'll send somebody else in. It's pretty much that simple. But you want to go ahead and try to do whatever you need to do. Reason being, because if you don't, I'm assuming they might not want to send you as much work or whatever the case might be. But if you're in the area to get a bunch of work, I don't even think you have to have any concern about that. But you don't want to go in there and just start working on stuff and with the intentions of not fixing it, following through on it. Well, okay, we'll say keep looking. Say commercial is slow. Yes and no. Commercial requires more work for the money for me. And that's the whole purpose of being an entrepreneur: work less and make more money. That's my whole intentions. Do you get paid if you don't catch wildlife if you come set trap? Now I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing. Now I hadn't ever had that issue. Raccoon, possums, I can pretty much guarantee you within 24 hours I'm gonna catch those. Now, the longest I ever taken for a raccoon is 2 days, and the only reason why, well, I'm sorry, maybe about 2.5 days. Only reason why is because they didn't come back, and I know for a fact they didn't come back because people have cameras out there. But that's the only reason why it took that long. But most of the time, in less than 24 hours. If I set it out 5 o'clock today, most of the time, like on a possum or something like that, the same night you catch them, or same way with a raccoon, because that's when they get out and they get busy. But squirrels, you have squirrels are like, as long as they got a way in and out, you probably not gonna catch a squirrel. There's only really almost one thing you can catch a squirrel with for the most part, from what I've seen. Now I will say, me, because I don't like, I get a lot of customers out of just doing the right thing. So my customers, they got a squirrel problem and they know where the hole is, I'll seal that hole up for them, or I get them to get somebody to seal that hole up. And then that way you don't have to worry about it. But I know the original question was, do you get paid? So yeah, most of the companies, they give you an option of trapping, but they trap for like 3 days. And they put that cage out there for a certain dollar amount, and if they don't catch it within 3 days, hey, it just is what it is. But I generally give my customers 30 days, but at the same time, raccoon or possum, on the way you don't catch that, is just not coming back around. That's it, or died. But yeah, you still get paid regardless. I'm gonna grab my. Key, you need to get a damage waiver. Explain that about the damage waiver. Wheel, if you don't mind. Other wheel. This is the wild wheel out of California, not the one out of Baltimore. Okay, thank you for the info, golden rule. No, gotta have a separate damage. I don't know what you're talking about on that, man. I don't know what you're talking about on that. You calm down, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Damage waiver. You mean trash? You'll get crazy customers who make. I can pay. Oh, are you talking? Okay, I know what you're talking about. You can type in there what you're talking about. My bad, Will. Go ahead and type on there what you're talking about the dishwasher. I did hear about that. Your cousin told me about that. The dishwasher. Yeah, that's kind of one of those situations. Is there a difference between chemicals you use from? Yes, it is, because most of the stuff we use is more commercial grade. So you're not gonna get the same stuff at Home Depot or Lowe's, Walmart, what we use, because we actually go to a place that supplier, and they supply those chemicals for us, but they have a longer residual, so they stick around longer versus the stuff that you can get at the store. Now, crazy it may sound, some of this stuff you can actually order it online, but you're not supposed to be able to get it like that, because you're supposed to have a license in order to get it. But Will, if you don't mind, I'll tell them the part that I was told about the dishwasher. If you want me to tell them, and you can just let me know if I'm wrong. So, my understanding was, yeah, okay. So the client begged me to come out and do a diagnosis for his dishwasher. Then I showed up, told his wife the situation. And from what I understand, it already had a leak. You told them what was going on, and then they came back. They used it later on, and it flooded her. Not flooded, but it some of the water leaked into her office or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And now they're trying to get you to pay for it. Am I right? Something simple, something like that. Yep. Okay. Okay. And you can put some more details if you want to, but yeah, that's what I heard. Stuff like that happens. You have people do things like that, and you just don't think they're gonna do things like that. Um, I'm thinking in a situation like that, Will California Will or Baltimore Will, tell me what y'all think about this. If it's leaking already and you're in a situation like that, even if you get them to sign a damage waiver, would you just have them to would you just turn the power, not the power, but turn the water off when you leave? Because I think I'll just turn the water off and have them say they turn the water off, you know. I mean, say the water's off or whatever the case might be. Where do you get chemicals for fog machines? I mean, I'm assuming you can get them online. There's some places that actually sell some of the stuff we use, but I definitely go get mine from a supply house. And then let's see, is your chemicals pet friendly or harmful to my cat's dog? Yeah, it is. But now you got certain chemicals you use that the customer can't even be in the house when you use it. So you know you got to wear the appropriate mask and everything. So it just depends on what you're using. But on a general pest control situation, you're not using it. Stuff doesn't really have any scent at all. It's really what they call odorless, low odor. You're not really using anything that they're gonna smell anyway. So, but yeah, it's really pet safe. Now, of course, certain pets can't. You know, you say fish. Depends on what you're using. You can't use around fish and birds because they got some stuff that will kill fish and birds. So you have to be real careful with that. But that's normally like something that you're doing that you got something going on that. What am I trying to say? That oh, excuse me. I thought I brought my water up here. Something that's I don't know, like something that has to be fogged or something like that. Let me see. Waivers are needed to protect you from liabilities that are not your fault, and proper tools help you protect. Yeah, that's true. Scratching the people's floors. Yep, definitely. You had to use your insurance. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So I took off about talking about insurance. I took off about 3 days, 1 week. I had gotten everything done. It was the end of the month. One of my homeboys called me. They got this beautiful house out in Lakeland, Tennessee. I mean, beautiful house. It's probably about say 5,000-6,000 square feet, something like that. And they real inside of their home. I mean, it's always been beautiful. I know when I went back in, it looked like it was a different color, but I mean, the house already is beautiful. Got a beautiful backyard, beautiful pool. I mean, nice large backyard, well groomed yard, manicured yard. So he asked me to come out and do an inspection. He thought he had roof rats, which they did have some signs of roof rats the last time I was there. But he was hearing something. He thought he was anyway. So I get out there, and on my day off, I got my dad, my father. I told him, "Hey, I'm gonna take you out." As a matter of fact, the house we went to was one of his students, which was one of my classmates at one time. Because my dad, of course, my dad taught me in school also, but it was one of his not classmates, one of his students, and one of my classmates. Well, she was probably about 3-4 years ahead of me, and I went up in the attic and fell through the darn through the ceiling. They had a board down. It looked like it was a walkway. And I started not to go over there. Something told me not to go over there. Went on over there, and next thing you know, I'm hanging through the. This is a huge house. I'm way up. I'm hanging through the ceiling. They say they saw my leg hanging through the ceiling, but I had to use my insurance. That's what insurance is for. Not a big deal. Stuff like that happens, Will. So I wouldn't, let something like that deter you. But yeah, I definitely fell through that ceiling. It was at the time it wasn't funny, but after I thought about it, it was funny because here's the crazy thing: that happened on a Friday, but the Wednesday before that Wednesday, they had just gotten the whole house painted, ceiling and all. But stuff happens though. Let's see. Had to use insurance if they refuse to sign a waiver, and Oh, now that I don't know. That's a good question. Will, you can answer that. One of the wheels. It's a warranty job. I don't know if I don't know how they go, man. I'm gonna be honest. You say you got to ask them. Do you still fix it? Haven't done one yet. Okay. You take pics and videos, document. Yeah, I agree with that. What you observe, but you cannot alter. Yeah, I can see that. I'll tell you what happened to me one time. I took a cash call. I know you remember this wheel, California wheel. I took a cash call, and it was a Maytag washing machine. All I was replacing was the boot around the door. If you know people that know about the front loaders know that water sit in that boot and they get mildew and it smell real bad. So I didn't price it right. I bought the part, went over, changed the part, got everything set up, plugged the thing back up, and it didn't come on. The board ended up going out. I guess it's static. I don't know what happened, but the board ended up going out, and also the pressure sensor went out. It cost me about an additional. Well, the total was $500 some when I got done. Well, stuff like that happens, so that's why they tell you to stick to doing warranty work. Because with warranty work, if something like that had happened, they just say, okay, well, we need to put a board on it. That'd be that on it. And they pay for the board. So, but yeah, things like that happen. And the one thing I didn't do, I didn't power it on to make sure it worked. But just to be honest, these customers, I know it. I know it pretty much worked because they even was gonna try to pay for it. I was like, nah, it's something I did. So no, talk to my insurance lawyer. And pest control, do you have do follow-up treatment? Yeah, so with the follow-up treatments, what you end up doing, you do follow-up treatments based on the service that you give them. Bed bugs, yeah, most times you're gonna end up going back. Brown recluse, you're probably gonna end up going back, but you build that into the amount, the dollar amount of the job. So that's why you make sure you get paid accordingly, because you will have to go back out. Most times with bed bugs, you almost only way you don't go back out. Like I've had several of them I didn't have to go back out and never heard from people again. I called them, they act like they didn't really want to talk about it. They didn't heard do something else. They're like, oh no, it's good. No, you did a good job. So but sometimes you get these houses that have infestations, you got to charge accordingly. I got a video on there, you guys will see where I didn't charge the right amount, but I still made good money. I'll just say it like that. But I should have charged a little bit more, but it didn't hurt me to go back. I'll say it like that. Let's see. You take a picture, okay. Water damage, you can fix it. Then 6 months later to a year, they say that mold. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. No, you're gonna live in it. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Best thing water damage, always use your insurance. I would probably agree with that. Definitely use your insurance. How many appliance repair service calls can you do in a day? Now that I don't know because okay, well they will say 4 to 7 because they real good at it. That's both Will's business and he does it full time. Will, do you mind if I tell him approximately how much you made and the area you're in when you quit your job? And just put yes or no down there. Ain't no big deal if I can or not. How many pest control service calls can you do in a day? You can easily do 10 to 12, but I ain't no reason to do no 10 to 12. For me, because of the drive time and different areas I do, I would say a good day would be 6 for me, and that's kind of pushing it because if I'm around the whole city, because right now I don't have a setup where I do like a total route every day or whatever the case might be. So yeah, he told me I can say yeah. So I can just tell you guys, he was making over $100,000 a year, and he lives in San Francisco, so that ought to say a lot. And matter of fact, I don't think, did you ever even go back to your job after you left the class? I don't even think you went back to your job, did you? I'm almost sure you did, Will. Can I do pest control or appliance repair without a truck or van? Yeah. You with the pest control, you just want to be in a situation where you can actually separate. So say you had a wreck, you don't want to have a wreck and all the stuff coming in front and get all over you. The truck or car or whatever turn over. So you just want to have it separated. But it's several people that do it in cars. I don't think pest control is the best look if you're doing it in the car. But at the same time, hey, you do what you gotta do until you get to where you're going. It's just that on that. The appliance repair, but nah, man, you do that, man. You go over people's house on a scooter if you want to. As long as you fix it, they do not care. So yeah, it doesn't really matter with the appliance repair. I don't think it matters at all appliance repair. The only reason why it matters with pest control is just because you want to be like if you have a van, you need a partition in between the seat and you. So that's one of the rules in Tennessee. I don't know what the rules are in other places, but I'm quite sure it's gonna pretty much be the same. Yeah, you bill your clients through insurance. Why it costs so much every call is every call is potential callback. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Why don't you use industry standard Blue Book price? I don't know, man. I don't know because at the time I'm learning. Like people always ask, do you need to have experience with it? And man, I'm gonna be honest. At the time when I was going and working on this stuff, I'm going over there. I look at a YouTube video and look at the stuff that I had in the class, and no lie, I just go on over there and they don't know if I know what I'm doing or not. I open the thing up and just like I saw on the video, I'm acting like I'm doing. I'm sitting there talking to them and doing what I'm doing, and that's why I really hadn't used that. So here we go. Wow, Will says I do use Blue Book, but remember with the clients on home insurance calls, they have a cutoff amount. That's true. Huh, John, that's funny. I know who John is. Hey, what's up, Kia? Y'all see Zen Home Concierge? That's the co-host that was on the videos. I don't know if you guys saw the videos, but she's hilarious. Matter of fact, we got to do a podcast. Like, what time is it now? Yeah, so we got plenty of time. It's still good, right? Your time is still good, right, Kia? We're gonna do it on Zoom, guys. She's in Atlanta and I'm in my area, so yeah. I guess you mean every 6 months the equipment changes. What do you mean appliance equipment change, Will? Because I mean you guys like you and Gerard and other Will, y'all really that's what y'all do. That's what y'all out there. So I know you do that a lot. I don't know. I don't know what time. I don't know. It's gonna be shortly after this. Let's just say it like that. Shortly like this. Will question. Out there. Well, I'm gonna let you type in there. What appliance? This is just some good information for you guys. What appliance should the people stay away from? I'm not gonna say it on here, but what appliance would you stay away from if you were getting one? JT, no, I don't use the Blue Book. I should, but I don't. But of course, JT, I don't do as many. Okay, yeah, later I didn't make it. Okay, that's cool, Kia. But yeah. Which ones would you stay away from, Will? If you had to buy one, if you were buying something right now. That's funny, Kia. I ain't gonna even comment on that. Other Will. Yeah, that's his name, Other Will. California Will. Used to say LG, but yeah, they are all junk. I told him that last night. None of them last. Like every one of them have a problem with the ice maker. I get things come through all the time about ice maker. I don't care what brand it is. They have a problem with the Big Wheel. They have a problem with the ice maker. Yeah, but Kia X or Samsung appliances good. But which ones would you really stay away from, Will? Either one of you Wills, y'all can put it in there. Tariq, let's say, is it cool to start off as a side hustle first before you go out there? Oh yeah, appliance, yeah, because so the other Will. So you got Will from Baltimore, which is what is the other one? I just forgot his name just that quick. I don't think he's on here right now. Not We Ourselves. He actually does it part-time. And I can just say more than likely part-time, he's making more money part-time than most people making at a job. When I say part-time, I mean part-time. 1 or 2 a day, sometimes not even that many, So yeah, I would suggest, Tariq, if you're looking at getting into it, and I'm not going to even call it a side hustle because it really ain't no hustle, man. You do want to test the waters. What you want to do, you want to see how much business is in the area that you are in, and you want to sign up with many companies as you can possibly sign up with. And yeah, I would highly suggest not just quitting your job, but definitely because I don't know what area and I don't know how populated it is or whatever the case might be. I would definitely start off doing it part-time. But I can tell you like this, I don't know what kind of job you have, and don't need to know. But I can tell you like this right here, it won't be long before you're gonna be like, man, I'm not about to I'm not about to go to work. I just say it like that. And I'm saying that from seeing some of these other guys, what they've been doing. Because my boy down in Atlanta, man, he was making real good money, man. We'll fix it. He was at the end of one of them. I think the video I just put out, he was at the end of that video. But he left his job. Matter of fact, he left his job and he went and bought a van a few months later. And yeah. I'll just say it like that. This, so yeah. I would definitely suggest starting off part-time just to see how it goes. Okay, here we go with Will. So I heard JT was 10 feet tall. JT is 12 feet tall. Something wrong, y'all. He's 3'11 and a half. Wow, okay. I would say look at your appliances in your house. What do you mean by that, Will? Warranty companies everywhere for appliance. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely are. Now, finding out who has the work is going to be on you. You got to put in the work and unless you know somebody in the area that's willing to tell you, but you got to actually go out there and do the apps. And once you do the apps, you got to, what am I trying to say? When they send it back telling you what they need or whatever, once you get everything, once you're all the way in the system, if they have some calls, they'll let you know. And then they'll let you know if they got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Because there's some people they call are in some hot spots. And like where Gerard is in Atlanta, man, he's killing it. So he's doing real well. I know Will, man, you're doing a whole lot of work too, right? Yeah, that's what he say. Don't worry about having consistent. Do you worry? No, I don't worry about that, man, because I got a good reputation, so I definitely don't have to worry about that. I get plenty of calls, and I get calls. I don't even want calls sometimes, but yeah. Matter of fact, I got 2 customers I got to call now because somebody told me to call them. If you want to get into start your, huh? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about on that one, Will. Not that wheel, but okay, yeah, that wheel put on there what I've been asking the other wheel for the longest. Which ones would you stay away from? So y'all see it. I'm not gonna read it, but yeah. Yeah, that's where you make the money. And I ain't gonna even tell no lie. That's some of the, if y'all look at what the Golden Rule appliance repair put on there, that's some of the best looking ones out there. I can't even tell no lie. The features they have, and the crazy thing is I work on them and I probably still don't see myself getting one because I don't want to work on them. So but yeah, we see a whole lot of work from those particular brands where he just put on there. He say they all the same, go work on stuff nobody wants to. No, we're not asking that. I'm telling the people, I'm asking the people, I'm telling you guys to tell them the ones you have the most problems out of, so the viewers won't go out and potentially get one of those. That's why I was asking the question. But yeah, when you're in the business, you don't care which one it is, you go work on it. Matter of fact, you actually probably want to get a call from one of those 2, definitely one of the first ones that he mentioned. Reason being because if it's one of those drives, man, you already know what's wrong. You just walk in there, you pretty much know when you get in the house what's wrong. You talking about it's the quickest $85 plus the part plus the labor that you're gonna make. So, and they know what I mean on that. LGs are ahead of the curve. I don't know. Tell me what you mean by that. Do you mean by that compressor that they have? Because we got one of those here, and man, 11 months in. I don't know what you mean on that, but yeah, if you don't mind, tell us what you mean on that. KD, I agree. That's why I love Donald J. Trump. Okay, this is not about politics, whoever that is. Let me see. Yeah, they are definitely the prettiest ones, Kia. I had to agree. Pre-2009 is the one to get. Yeah, you say it's the one to get, man, but everybody want the newest and the shiniest. You know how that is. They not gonna go out looking for a 2009 wheel. All the old stuff is good, so I'm currently doing a side hustle in tech. What kind of tech you doing, Tariq? I love tech myself, man. Also check the recalls. You're definitely right about that. Yeah, okay, all their stuff, GA. I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, all their stuff, all trying. I don't know what you mean. Hey, then just get the extended warranty. No, I totally agree. But that's the whole, you definitely gonna want to get the extended warranty. I would say most of this new stuff you're gonna want to get the extended warranty on, because if not, you don't want to reach in your pocket because it's gonna cost. Yeah, okay. I'm repairing a laptop for an older gentleman. Okay. Yep. There's definitely money in that, man. KD, I'm not going to necessarily say it's all about money. It's just about trying to help other people out, to make some money. So, yeah. So, yes and no. Always on the new stuff. Oh, what do you mean? Get the warranty on the new stuff, Will? I would definitely say get it on the new stuff. I would definitely say get it on the new stuff. But yeah, appliance repair, yeah, I would say if you want to try that out, it's definitely good money. But Tariq, I don't know, man. If you're doing laptop repair, man, that's a good field, man. You don't have to go out there and get down on the ground and work on that stuff, man. You know, I would say stick with the laptop. They gonna definitely be around forever. Oh yeah, definitely get the extended warranty. I'm with you on that, Will. So do I have any more questions? Well, I ain't gonna lie about that. Yeah. For businesses, I would agree with you on that. Yeah, one more question. What question you got? Oh Lord, here we go again. Why can't I cook? Why can't you work on a washing machine or a dryer? Why can't you go seal up a house from some pest kill? Kill's a mess, ain't she, Tariq? She really is. When you gonna get my mag? Dude, I thought you told me the mags have been sent back. I hadn't even been to my post office box. Finally found the key, man. I never go there. I only got it for one reason. Just text me after the show, man, or call me after the show or whatever. But now, Kia, I don't know about cooking. I ain't trying to learn how to cook. That's all. That's cool now. But I told you I'm an outside person. Y'all see more of that on the podcast. The video podcast that we did. You're gonna see it. You're gonna definitely see it. But nah. Let's see. Barbecue? Nope, I don't barbecue. Can you even barbecue? No, I don't. I don't cook barbecue, Kia. I don't cook. Period. What's so hard to believe about that? Well, I don't understand why you don't think I mean, why you think I'm lying about I can't cook? I make a mean brisket. So it's like 7 people on here. I don't know who are the men on here. Can all y'all cook on here? I'm assuming y'all can. Just put something in the comments so Kia can be happy. I see you can, Will. I can cook breakfast. Well, I can do a little bit of that, Tariq. Some eggs, but some rice. And the only reason why I know how to cook the rice is because they got this pressure cooker thing. My sister said put like a cup of rice and like 2 cups of water. So that's the only reason why I know how to do that. You what, Kia? Yeah, we're gonna have to get on this topic. I'm gonna have to make a topic one day and get on the live about cooking because I don't cook. Yeah, I can boil water. Don't starve, man. You can look at me and tell I ain't starved. I need to be losing some weight, but yeah, I can definitely boil some water. I can boil some eggs. I know how to do that. If that classifies cooking, just get a woman. If only it were that simple. Cooking is easy depending on what it is. Amen. So I can, yep. Especially if you got a microwave to I'm with you on that one, brother. Unc can cook. Yeah, Unc could cook. Unc in the video cooking. I think I got him in the video. He definitely in the video cooking. JT, I know you cook too. I saw something you cook online. Let's see. Damn, time to wrap this up now. Yes, tribute. I'll wait till they see the video. Yeah, she did that on purpose, man. She definitely did that on purpose. She came here just to mess with me about cooking. But I think that's pretty much gonna be it. Cause yeah. We're gonna talk about any more business. Anybody got any more questions before we close this one out? I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Few more minutes. Yeah, Will, you right about that one. Don't they all? Next time, put me on the line. I might put you on the podcast, man. I definitely might put you on that podcast at some point. But you gotta stay focused, man. You be all over the place like bird stuff, you know. You definitely gotta stay focused. What were you best and worst days, both your business? Ooh, let me see. Worst day? Man, I don't know. um, man, I don't know what to read. That's a hard one, man. I'll say it like this. I don't want to say there are none, but I can't say I had a bad day because, man, once you're an entrepreneur, if you think it's gonna be a bad day, man, just to be honest, you don't even go to work that day. You just like whatever. You call your customers, you reschedule everything. So I can't really say we had any bad days because you know. I mean, I guess what a bad day can be. A bad day could be where you go out and you're doing maybe follow ups and you might not make any money that day, but you got to remember you go back the next day and you might not, you might make $400 or $500 in a couple stops. So I can't really call those bad days. But best days is just the ones, man. You just money just keep flowing. You just keep making money, and then all while you're making money, you constantly getting calls set up for the following days. So that's the best days. You know, I have to say, I give you. So one of my best days was I had a couple of them where I have a group of guys that do. What am I trying to say? They're contractors, and I go out and check out the job. They need certain things done. I get them to come out and look at it. They give me a price. I get them a price. So when you make a certain dollar amount off of something, all you did is just looked at and wrote the ticket. That's gonna have to be my best days. I love those days. I'll say it like that. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll say there none. You come home safe. Restrictions, but bad. Yeah, I had to say. Exactly. Stay around and don't worry about the money too much. It'll come. Yeah, the money always come. That's one thing you really don't even worry about the money after you start doing when you once you get established a little bit, you don't worry about it. I'll be honest, I didn't think within a year of me starting my business that it would have gone the way that it did. Now, I will say with appliance repair, if that's your business, it's gonna definitely go real easy. I just never would have thought with the pest control it would have gone the way it did. But as long as you do right by people, do what you're supposed to do, it's gonna always go fairly well. I just say it like that. Just get better and work hard. Yeah, that's true, Will. Yeah, you might have a day an appliance repair. It might be one of those things where you couldn't figure out something, but a lot of time by the time you get home, or like with me, man, so many people that I used to call on. Will can tell you this, Rasta and Gerard and Charles and even Will, and then the other Will is on here. Man, we're gonna get it done. If we can't get it figured out, it's just because I don't know. But we normally get it figured out. So the biggest thing is have a circle around you that is definitely willing to help. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Where's Roster? Man, I hadn't heard from Roster in months. Will, I don't know what's going on with Roster. I don't know if he went back to Jamaica or what. I don't know. What are the headphones for? So I'm listening through you guys through the head. Well, I'm not listening to you guys. I'm listening to myself through the headphones. Kia, I don't want to be too close to the mic where, like right now, I'm probably just super loud. Plus, I can hear the what am I trying to say? I can hear the feedback after I get so close to it. So I just got them on there to kind of monitor what's going on. Yeah, that's true. Experience will always make you better. That is very true. But yeah, that's the only reason why I use the headphones. I don't always use the headphones, but that's why I'm using the headphones. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up off of here. To next time, it's been a day in life with Corey. I appreciate all you guys coming in and checking this stream out. Wow, let's see. You make okay, Will. Yeah, you may fix the problem a week later. Yeah, sometimes you will fix it a week later. Because you just have to think about it. Sometimes it's just like that. Not bad at all. But yeah, so I'm gonna get up off here, guys. And we'll see you guys the next time. Just leave some comments in some of the videos if you have any questions. Thank you, Tariq. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Will. Appreciate you, Kia. Other Will from Baltimore. JT. We had somebody else in here too. Let me make sure I don't want to miss anybody. K Dean. One other person. We've had more people in there, but it's the people I've been interacting with. I think it was one other person. But anyway, I want to thank you guys. We're going to wrap this one up. Toyoto, I think Toyoto. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.